How long have you been right
They're documenting the documentation. Day. This is September. This is what makes Missoula great. Make Missoula weird and wonderful.
Exactly. I can play that game. Beautiful day. Oh my God, it's great. Woohoo! Come on, people! What are you doing out here today?
We are celebrating diversity. Great turnout on this 1-year anniversary of Missoula's non-discrimination ordinance.
Go Join the parade! Nation, jump in, Jenny! The parade! Participatory!
Hello?
Jump in!
Hello?
Good side.
You having fun?
Yes.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, Alex.
Oh. Hello, Bobby. He's our sig, right?
Smile,
Diversity Day. Thank you so much for participating in our parade. My name is Heidi. I am a 6th generation Montanan, a mama, an ally, and a pain in the butt vegan, and I'm your neighbor. All right, I'm so excited for what we have prepared for this rally, celebrating who is your neighbor and the uniqueness of Missoula that we love so much. So what I want to do first is really get this party started. And this is called Who's Your Neighbor? And we do this a lot with the young people we work with. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shout out some groups. If you belong to that group, I want you to clap, yell, holler, make your voice be heard, and cheer for your belonging to that awesome group. Are we ready? All right, let's do an easy one. Hello, all my neighbors who are Missoulians. All right, how about all my neighbors who are members of the military and their families? How about all my neighbors who are from a faith community? All my neighbors who are young people. How about all my neighbors who are elders? How about all my neighbors who are from the queer community? All my neighbors who are Native American or Indigenous? How about all my neighbors from Montana? How about all my neighbors who've chosen Montana as your home? How about all my neighbors who are excited about celebrating a diverse Missoula? All right, now I want you to turn to someone next to you who you don't know and introduce yourself. We have the best town. All right, well, I want to say just a little bit about NCBI, the sponsor of this event. Usually during the year, we're more behind the scenes. We're in schools, neighborhoods, businesses, organizations, and communities throughout the state, facilitating conversations around ending violence, preventing prejudice, and strengthening communities and developing leaders. And I think I have the best job in Montana. One of our school-based programs is Respect Club. It's offered in all 3 Missoula middle schools, partnered with the flagship program. And the middle school Respect Club students, they envision Diversity Day Missoula. Let's give a shout out for Missoula Respect Clubbers. Last year, our students wanted to create a day for Missoulians to celebrate the unique and diverse community that they live in, that they love, that they're leaders in, that they're allies with. And we had a wonderful first celebration of diversity on the historic Missoula Day, where the City Council voted on the non-discrimination ordinance. Celebrating who you are and who your neighbors are. And now it's my pleasure to introduce some of my most favorite neighbors, and that's our Respect Clubbers. All right, I'm going to introduce Zoe first. Come on up, Zoe. Zoe, come on over.
That's because our baby's name will be Zoe. She comes out.
Let's support Zoe!
Hi, I'm Zoe, and I get to read the proclamation that the mayor said last year. Many Missoula community members see prejudice and intolerance every day, and Missoula is one of the most diverse cities in Montana. And Missoula residents value diversity and equality, and we know our strength as a community is based on treating each other fairly and respectfully and ensuring safe, empowering, and inclusive communities. And diversity strengthens Missoula, where it contributes to the thriving and colorful culture throughout our community. An appreciation of diversity among Missoula community members creates a climate of understanding and accepting the places the people of our city in the forefront of efforts to ensure that everyone has the right to live in conditions of peace, dignity, and
Proclamations are really hard to read. Check out the Marazes.
No, that one, right? Mutual respect, regardless of perceived race, color, nation, origin, ancestry, religion, creed, sex, age, marital or family status, physical or mental disabilities, sexual orientation, and gender orientation, identity, or expression. In Missoula, Montana, and encourage all citizens to take part in the activities of Diversity Day to work together in ending prejudice, preventing violence, and strengthening our community.
Thank you so much, Zoe. And yeah, these are a mouthful, let me tell you. So now I would like to introduce, we're going to have two of our middle school Respect Clubbers speak. They're both students from C.S. Porter Middle School. And I'd like to first introduce Emily. Please come on up and tell us what you want.
I'm Emily Eastrom. I'm a teenager from C.S. Porter, and I'm your neighbor. Well, like I said, I'm your neighbor, and I live on both the north side and the south side of Missoula, Montana. I really like both sides. They both have their huge differences, and they're both really good. They all have things to improve on. The north side, I feel safe on it, but it just feels like people can be more open and understanding of others, like not judge if you're from it, or from the south side, because it doesn't mean, the south side also, I'm happy to be from both. My parents are divorced. I have two houses, but doesn't feel like it. I love being in Missoula because it's so diverse and it's accepting, and people just understand you, and it's just a respectful town, just accepting of people. People don't really judge you here as much as like other places. I'm your neighbor.
Okay, now we get to hear from Emma Norton. Please welcome her.
Hello, I'm Emma Norton. I'm a sixth grader at C.S. Porter Middle School and part of the Respect Club. And first of all, I love Missoula. There's tons of stuff to do in the summer, farmers markets, art night, and we always celebrate the new year with first night. But we could all improve upon our relationships with our neighbors. There's a lot of we're not very connected with them. And, well, in some areas, but even if you are, there's always room to improve. So you can host a community potluck or block party, or start a community garden in a vacant lot. Or you can do everyday activities with your neighbors, such as taking out the trash, walking your dogs, or jogging around the park if that's what you like to do. And I'm your neighbor.
Thank you so much. All right, we have a special guest that I was gonna like to invite up, who I'm going through to my notes. Right now I'd like to introduce a member of our community, Corporal Peterson. Please come on up.
Hi, my name's Jack Peterson. Most of you don't know me. I'm a new resident here. Been here maybe week, 2 weeks. Former Special Forces United States Marine. Did 4 tours in Afghanistan. Came back here, noticed a big difference. There's not many people of my, I guess, skin color here. A lot of diversity though. A lot of people were willing to accept me as I am, and I just think this is a good thing, because this stuff like this won't happen again, and this is definitely a step in the right direction. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Jack. All right, our next speaker I'm going to invite up is Samuel Enemy Hunter. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sam Enemy Hunter. I'm the current president for the Native American Student Association at the University of Montana. This is my partner, Eric Tyner. And this is a really awesome parade. We took some time out to come over here. Our annual powwow is going on right now at the Adams Center, and so we were able to take some time off to come over here and support the Diversity Day Parade. I would like to invite everybody tonight to the powwow. It's one of the biggest Native American gatherings in Missoula. It happens every year. It's the biggest event that the university has every year. And so I'd like everybody, if you can and if you have time, to come support us at the powwow tonight and just enjoy yourselves, watch the dancers, listen to the drum groups, and just have a good time. I hope.
See you tonight at Yayo Powwow. All right, we are moving along just fabulously, and it's sunny, and that makes us so happy. So now I would like to invite a really awesome group, and they are called Youth Forward. I'd like to invite the whole group up, and then there's going to be some speakers within that group. So let's welcome Youth Forward. All right. Does this not make you want to smile? Look at this happiness. All right, we have some wonderful speakers from the group, and who's excited to start first? Julian. All right, let's welcome Julian.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Julian, and I'm your neighbor. Okay, to start this out, I have a couple of quotes. Bear with me. Do not do to your neighbor what you would take ill from him. Pittacus, a philosopher of the 500th century. Regard your neighbor's gain as your own gain, and your neighbor's loss as your own loss. Lao Tzu, from the Tao Te Ching. Choose thou for thy neighbor what thou choosest for thyself. Baha'u'llah, of the Baha'i faith. Sorry about that. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Jesus in Matthew 19:19. That which you want for yourself, seek also for your neighbor. A hadith of the Islamic faith. Never impose on your neighbor what you would not impose on yourself. Confucius in his Analects. Please won't you be my neighbor, Mr. Rogers. In the above passages, we find that the word neighbor refers to the whole world at large. And so, by that extension, all of you are my neighbors, and I love you all. But in practice, we live in more than a single physical neighborhood. But we live in many different neighborhoods, all strung together. I may sit at a neighborhood table in a restaurant, or a neighboring church, or play a neighboring game of tennis with you. You may be my neighbor on the golf course, or standing on a rock during a hike, or sitting in a room talking about sexuality. Today, I'm here to talk about the sexual orientation neighbors and Youth Forward, a group that makes up a neighborhood of people who, in turn, make up the LGBTQ community. There we go. LGBTQI. Thank you. It's a group that's fun, informational, educational, and illuminating. It's kind of a neighborhood it's the kind of neighborhood that has frequent barbecues and laughs a lot. And what I've found out is that, like all of my other neighbors, the neighbors in this neighborhood are passionate, fun, and just want to live a good life. Sure, our taste is a little bit different. I might even go so far as to say we have a more distinguished palate. However, our neighborhood is essentially the same as all the other neighborhoods around us. And so, if your tastes are a little different, come on down. If not, I encourage you to explore every single neighborhood that you're a part of. We're all neighbors, we're all here, we're all respectful. So today, I think you'll, eventually you'll find that the world is your neighborhood, and we're all part of it. So, in the tradition of numerous philosophers and religions worldwide, let's treat each other like neighbors. Thank you.
Michaela, I'm your neighbor.
Love you, Michaela!
And I don't know how well I can follow up Julian's amazing smart talking speech, but I'll try. Anyway, Youth Forward is amazing, and I love it so much. It's every first, third, and fourth Thursday of every month, I think. And it's like 2 hours long, and we just do whatever. We eat snacks, we watch movies, we talk about lots of discussions around the world and like issues, and it's pretty free and you feel comfortable being there and you're not afraid and you get along with everyone, and it's my Thursday night, I don't know. And yeah, I'm your neighbor. What? And you make, oh yeah, you make lots of friends, and these are all my friends. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's my friend. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm done. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Stacia, and I'm your neighbor. And I am also part of Youth Forward, and I just want to say that I feel really lucky to live here in Missoula, where we have a great climate and where we have all these people who come out to support us, and where we're celebrating diversity and promoting diversity. And I'm also really happy to be part of Youth Forward. I've met a lot of new people, got a lot of support, and had a lot of fun. So I encourage you all to keep up the good work and continue supporting diversity and do as much as you can. Thank you.
Hi. So I would like to introduce someone who really supports Missoula, who is an advocate and an ally for all of our citizens, and that would be the beloved Mayor John Enkin. Hi. Good. Can you believe I was early?
So I'm just going to see how much string we have here. I'm coming out of the dark. Yeah?
John, you're testing my feedback skills here, buddy.
size folks can hear me and see me, it is such a pleasure to see all of you this lovely Saturday afternoon in Missoula. This is my third event of the day. I've got one more to go, and at each of these events I see people of all shapes and sizes and colors and flavors who come together for all sorts of fantastic reasons as a community to make our place better for every one of us, and that is nothing but fantastic, and that's why I consider it a privilege every day to serve as mayor of Missoula. So thank you all for being neighbors. One of the things that occurs to me as we think about diversity is, while on some Monday evenings I wish everyone were exactly like me, I think, what would that be like if everyone were just like me? We'd have a community full of marginally attractive, middle-aged white men who couldn't stay up much past 10 o'clock. That wouldn't be much of a community, frankly. So instead what we have are men and women of all ages, shapes, and sizes, folks with different ideas about God and humans and animals and rivers and places and shapes and colors, and it's all good. It's all good. So thank you all once again for being here, celebrating our differences, which are as important as the things that we have in common, and celebrating our community. The more we do this, the more we pay attention to one another, the more we care for one another, the better we get. And we can do that all day long. And you're just providing more evidence for me. So thank you again. Enjoy the rest of this day. City Council has deemed the rest of the day good weather, right, Council? Fantastic. Thanks, folks.
The sun is holding out. I'm so excited to invite our next speaker. His name is Dave Hadley, and let's welcome him with big arms.
Hello, my name's Dave Hadley, and I'm your neighbor. And if I appear a bit self-conscious and tentative, it's because I am. I'm homeless. And that's one thing I think that separates all the great people here is whatever diverse background you come from, you can be very proud of it. I'm not proud of being homeless. I'm quite ashamed of it, but that's a different story. And the Missoula community has been tremendously supportive and resourceful for helping me in a lot of the areas that I need help in, that I probably wouldn't be able to find anywhere else. One of the questions that Ami and Heidi had asked us to address is, what do I love about being a part of the Missoula community? And that's it, it's full of Montanans. That's a very special thing. It's an incredible state we live in, and Missoula is, without a doubt, a real big part of making our state what it is. My intentions are to get back into the mainstream and once again be a contributing member of my community and my state. And I appreciate the Poverello Center for the time that they let me stay with them. And I want to throw a great big attaboy to the folks at Partnership Health and the people at St. Patrick's, the people at Montana's Fine and Paint Center. Nobody gets to be homeless by accident, but I recognize that there's things beyond a person's control that can result in that happening. And in my case, it was physically I have severe spinal stenosis in the lower lumbar 4 and 5 region. And I had severe depression. I was drinking at an accelerated rate that I'm surprised I'm still here. And that resulted in a plan for suicide, which is not really what we're here to discuss today, but I want to put a good thing at the end of that, is that today is 283 days since I stopped drinking. By nature, I deflect compliment, but that's when I'll hang my hat on it. That's a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say. And then, how can Missoula be more welcoming? I couldn't tell you. This is new turf for me, a new situation, but there's actually guilt feelings on my part about the tremendous resources that people have done to reach out and help me. And I want to thank them. Now, one minority aspect or one diverse background that I am fiercely proud of is I'm from Bozeman and I am a Bobcat. I want to tell you the influence that this community's had on me is at the Poverello Center. A wonderful young person by the name of Sarah Ina was starting forward for the Lady Grizz basketball team. Came there to do some volunteer work. We worked together in the kitchen and became good friends. And by golly, it shifted my landscape because once the Lady Cats were out of the Big Sky tournament, they lost their first game. I was rooting for the Grizzlies, and that was a first. And I was rooting with all my heart. So my name is Dave Hadley, and I am your neighbor, and I want to thank everybody in Missoula.
That was so inspiring. So our next speaker is someone we know really well at NCBI. She is one of our amazing trainers, and I'm happy to introduce Padi Tao.
Hello everyone, my name is Padi Tao, and I am your neighbor.
Hold the mic a little closer.
So there are a number of reasons why I love Missoula and our community. I love the fact that I can walk down the street and say hello to a complete stranger. I love the fact that I knew all my classmates in my high school graduating class. And I especially love the fact that Missoula is so open and safe, and not just for me, but for everyone. When asked about some challenges, I guess one of the challenges I've encountered is often being asked where I came from. And obviously I'm Hmong, and I look a little different than most Missoula natives here. And so I've always been stumped, actually, when people ask me this question. Should I say that I'm from Wisconsin, where I was born, or should I say Missoula, where I was actually raised, or should I go into this long, elaborate history of the Hmong people and the war, and then it gets a lot long, and people are like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine, and they're confused. And so, ultimately what I always say is that I am from Missoula, a small town, but big at heart. I know this personally because my parents, they came about 30 years ago as refugees of the Vietnam War. And the very first place they came when they first landed in America was Missoula, Montana. And that's been our home ever since. And I'm so proud of that. And it's amazing to see the Hmong community and Missoula grow so much together. It's absolutely beautiful. And so I can't really imagine Missoula not being a safe or welcoming place, because it is. And what we have to remember is that we as Missoulians have to continue to work towards what we claim, which is a community of peace and justice and respect. Thank you.
All right, I'm really excited to introduce Bob Oakes. And I'm going to stay back here with my loud, vibrating sound waves. Welcome.
Hello, neighbors. Several of my friends urged me to use this occasion to come out as a closeted heterosexual. It's been in the dark for a while. It's there now. Forgive me, I'm going to read two. I'm not the most comfortable public speaker. No, it's fine. I'm happy to be your neighbor in Missoula. And for those of you who live in Missoula's best neighborhood on the north side of the tracks, I'm really happy to be your close neighbor. Come on, I know you're out there. Yeah. I'm here to say also that I'm proud to be a Missoulian that supports our pioneering anti-discrimination ordinance. And I was tasked to come here and speak about Missoula's history of diversity, but I'm not really sure I can. I do know that the city, at least for its first 80 years, was very diverse economically, with the haves and the have-nots living close by one another in mixed-income neighborhoods. In terms of ethnic diversity, I've heard it said that Missoula has been home to at least 5 distinct groups of Scandinavians. Even more than that, Irish, Greek, French, Canadian, and other European immigrants found homes here and sometimes lived compatibly and unfortunately sometimes not with Native Americans. What I do know is how people of diverse, what I don't know, excuse me, is how people of diverse sexual orientations commingled in our community in our first 100 years. We can be sure that they were there. I'm going to hazard a guess that we probably had a culture of don't ask, don't tell, long before it was adopted by the military establishment. I think our new ordinance can now help lift that veil. I think you've shown that it's time for that to happen. My personal story that I want to tell here today is one more of profound naivete than anything else, and it comes from over 40 years ago. And in my early 20s and a product of 16 years of a somewhat sheltered Roman Catholic education, I moved to New York City. The only gainful employment I could find in my first summer there was as a cab driver, and in my first week on the job, on a hot summer day, I picked up an attractive, well-dressed black woman as my fare in Greenwich Village, and we got stalled in traffic because there was a parade coming down the street, and in the parade were a bunch of men, some without their shirts on, some in short, kind of cut-off jeans, and some carrying signs that said Queens. And no fool here, I had looked at the map of New York City, and I said, why do you think they're not having the parade in Queens instead of here in Greenwich Village? And the woman leaned forward to the hatch and the plexiglass and said, "Oh, baby, you're not from the city, are you?" She explained things to me more on the rest of the ride. You know, today I'm guessing that parade was part of a liberation movement built in the aftermath of the Stonewall riots of 1969 in New York City. And in general, that time in New York there was a flourishing of the arts in New York City, and music and painting and the theater. And I think LGBT people were central to much of that. To my discredit, 40 years later, I didn't pay enough attention to the anti-discrimination ordinance as it was crafted and as it was building support, and I was turned off by what I saw as the silliness and the triviality of the not my bathroom gang. I watched the public hearing on MCAT, however, and only then did I realize how truly important the work was and how very courageous the proponents were. I was also struck by the anger of a number of the ordinance's opponents. One man, perhaps correctly, phrased the controversy as one existing between those who believed in one absolute and unyielding truth and those who did not. In the last 40 years, I've learned that there are many truths worth knowing. Some are less than immediately apparent, and some remain hidden, waiting to be discovered. One truth I do believe is primary is that people who are free to express their sexual identities, along with their minds, their hearts, their intellects, sometimes reveal their souls and enrich the fabric of our culture in surprising and significant ways. Thanks, neighbors.
Thank you, Bob. All right, we are so excited. Our next speaker found us, took a detour, and I'm really happy to introduce Maria Osario. Let's give her a warm welcome.
I'll be your ally.
Hi, my name is Maria Osorio. and I'm from Colombia, and I'm junior at Helgate High School. And when I moved here, the hardest thing for me was the weather, because I came from a city that is really hot, and here it's all the time cold. And making friends so hard because I didn't know any English, so I didn't know how to communicate with people. So it was really hard. It's still hard for me to make friends, but it's getting better. I didn't like anything about Missoula because I was by myself. But then I slowly started to fall in love with this small city. I love the culture. I love how we all respect ourselves, and even if we are from different countries and different religions or different color, we all respect ourselves and different people. My favorite thing about Missoula was the international festival at the university, and we all share things and what we like. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was a big change for me, but this teach me a lot of things, how to be brave and how to be myself and don't be scared to show who you are and respect everyone for who we are. Be always brave. Thank you.
That Maria is going to leave here with a lot of friends. Thank you so much, Maria. All right, so I just would like to make sure that Andy Running Wolf didn't sneak in. We did start early, and we were missing one person who is going to come a little late. So is Andy here? No? Okay, that's okay. She's here in spirit. I think we covered all of our main speakers. We just got a few things to end on, and one of those is we would like to take a few moments to thank our amazing sponsors and also just supporters of Missoula and NCBI and all of our amazing citizens. So, bear with me. University of Montana, the flagship program, Office of Neighborhood Programs, the Hip Strip, the Good Food Store, Portico Real Estate, Bernice's, just up the hill, Grizzly Property Management, the Human Resource Council, Fresh 104.5. I'm trying to be like Leah. I've been practicing in the car. Friends Meeting House, Word, Women's Opportunity and Resource Development, Westridge Creative, Betty's Divine, Betty's, Western Montana Community Center, yay, the Catalyst, St. Paul Lutheran Church, Montana Gay Men's Task Force, Southgate Mall, Homeward, YWCA, Sentinel Kiwanis, North Missoula Community Development Corporation, Rockin' Rudy's, Abe Coley, he made our awesome stickers that are for sale, they're amazing. Garage Tees made these awesome t-shirts. Who's your neighbor? Super Designs, our amazing graphic designer. Incredible. I'd like to thank the NCBI board, the Diversity Day committee, anyone who's connected to NCBI Missoula, all our young people, all our awesome volunteers, everyone who supports our work. I'd like to thank our awesome speakers, and I'd definitely like to thank all of you Missoulians and those who traveled from far. My mom came from Helena. I know that we had someone come all the way from Seattle, Aaron's mom, so thank you for coming out to support us. And at this time, I would love to introduce someone near and dear to NCBI's heart, and that is Mr. Ray Davis.
You guys remember me from the parade thing. So, hi, my name is Ray Davis, and I'm on the board of NCBI, and I'm also your neighbor. There. So I have a bit of a prepared speech, but it'll be fun, because it's me saying it. So, thank you all for joining NCBI to celebrate the strength and diversity of our community. Your support today is critical at a time when NCBI is seeing an increased demand for our services now more than ever. Diversity Day has become one of NCBI's most beloved community events. For most of the year, NCBI works behind the scenes, providing youth, educators, and community members the skills to reduce prejudice and prevent violence. Reaching nearly 5,000 Montanans in 2010 alone, NCBI trains leaders to build more just, inclusive schools, communities, and organizations. We have nearly 100 youth leaders who train the peers in violence prevention in their schools. All Big Sky and Hellgate High School freshmen attend the training. We're getting a little nervous. I need a little chair. 1, 2, 3. And in the first 2 years since initiating these workshops, school violence dropped more than 50%. Local gifts directly support our school-based work. The Respect Clubs alone cost about $20,000 a year to operate, and last year the school district contributed about $500. That leaves a tremendous gap, and without community support, we would not be able to offer this program. So now I'm going to call attention to the people that you saw walking alongside us during the parade. They are all of our marshals. If you're a marshal, please raise your hand and make some noise. Awesome. For each of our marshals, you'll notice they were kindly accessorized with a donation cup, which I was also accessorized with. Theirs are on their arm, so you can find that very easily. We also have a swag table. And please join me and the rest of our board of directors in making a donation to NCBI so we can continue to support and empower and build Missoula into a more diverse, inclusive, and powerful community for everyone. Also, before we end, just to get you guys in the swag mood, which I've been in all day, I'm going to donate $50, and that buys just about 4 shirts. So whoever makes the most noise, I have 2 men's and 2 women's, whoever makes the most noise and impresses me is going to get a free shirt. So
across group lines, even taking a look at the people that are in your world, in your sphere of influence, and seeing how you can reach beyond those boundaries. And we know that relationships are the heart of the community, so let's celebrate that. And now we actually have something really special for you to all end this awesome Diversity Day rally. And I'm going to introduce the group that is going to just dazzle us. Come on up.
Hi, we're the cast of Edges, and we are your neighbors. We're actually putting on this show. We're passing out little cards and singing on the way over here on the walk, and we just want to sing that again for you. But we open next month in the winery out by the airport. It's a song cycle, and it's all about real people when everything's been torn away and finding their strength.
But still I stand as man, and all the while I want to find me from where I begun. I'm not afraid to be who I am, who I want to become. to know who. Do I want to live a life where I'll never be me? Do I want to grow? But still I smile because I need to look strong, and all the while I soldier along. I want to find me from where I've begun. I'm not afraid.